Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I want to talk to you guys about how my ADHD and my autism are not my superpowers. Now I just want to make it very clear before I start, this video is based on my own personal experience. Not everyone is going to agree, and that is okay. I don't want everyone to agree because I know that not everyone does. So I just want to make that very clear. This is based on my own personal experiences. I'm going to give you my opinion, and I encourage you to comment down below your opinion and let me know if you agree, if you disagree, why you agree, and kind of just give me some, let's just discuss it. Yeah, basically that's what I'm on about. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to just jump straight into the video. But first, if you could smash me a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I will forever be grateful. So let's get on to the video. The type of ADHD and the type of autism I have are they're not superpowers. They are extremely disabling, and they're really, you know, they are really debilitating. I don't have the superpower type of ADHD. I really don't. The type of ADHD I have has ruined many relationships, many friendships. It's affected my family. It's ruined my educational prospects, my career, dreams. It's actually snatched, robbed, whatever you want to call it. It's taken a lot from me. My autism has also done the same. It has made relationships, friendships, work, environments very challenging. It's made things so hard, and actually if I had the choice, I wouldn't pick to have either of them. Like I really wouldn't. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, but it makes you you, and it does make me, but at the same time it's not who I am. Really makes things so much harder than it needs to be. It just makes everything so difficult, so challenging, and so complex. And when people put out these blank statements like ADHD is your superpower, learn to use your ADHD strengths as a superpower, like it's just these really blank, broad, very, you know, vague statements that make people oversimplify what ADHD and what autism actually is. They are very complex conditions and disorders. They are very complex, and they affect people. That's why they are both basically a spectrum. I know autism is known as a spectrum, but I also know that ADHD is a spectrum. It affects people, all different variants. Like some people, it doesn't really affect, you know, it has a minimal effect on them. But some people, it really affects. Like me, on my day-to-day life, I have to take medication, because if I don't, I am debilitated by it. And even when I take medication, it doesn't cure that, but it makes things just a tad bit easier. And people who put out these blank statements like ADHD is a superpower, it just, for me, it just makes me feel like I'm a failure. Like I'm obviously being over dramatic, and I'm just, you know, I am just being lazy because I should be, you know, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, when actually it can really be debilitating for some people. It's really crucial to have honest, open, and like really raw discussions about like ADHD and autism, because to be honest, people need to know the full picture. Because when you're working at, say, like you have a 9-to-5 job, if you don't be honest and say what you struggle with, you aren't going to be able to get the accommodations, you won't get the help, and you know, the support you need. If you got, yeah, it's my superpower, I have this strength because I'm autistic or because I have ADHD, people aren't, you know, when you are struggling, people aren't going to take you seriously. Just because one person thinks it's a superpower, it doesn't mean that everybody thinks it's a superpower. It's not a universal statement. Like everyone is not going to feel like that. Not everyone is going to experience that, and not everyone is going to agree with me that and will say, well, it is my superpower. And honestly, I encourage you, and I really respect you, and I, you know, and I don't want to invalidate your experiences. I'm not saying that. I just want people to know that, stop making blank statements, because not everyone is lucky enough to be able to think like that. Not everyone has the resources, has the money, has the, you know, the support to thrive. Not everyone has that, and not everyone, you know, is even able to get medication. Not everyone is able to get an actual diagnosis itself. Like they are very privileged things. Having a diagnosis is a privilege. Having resources for medication is a privilege. And just because you see it as a superpower, that doesn't mean everybody else is going to. Some people like me, I wasn't diagnosed till I was 21 years old. 21 years of my life, I was totally misunderstood. I felt like a failure. I felt like I was just, I don't even know, I just thought I was broken because I couldn't be like my peers. I didn't have the answer, or couldn't explain it to people because I didn't know. I just just thought I was broken. Other people thought I was broken too, because they had no idea what I had. Like the awareness wasn't there, you know, the understanding wasn't there, and people just labelled me as naughty. So all throughout my life I've just been labelled, and I've just been, you know, just been treated like a misfit. So when people make these statements that ADHD is a superpower and autism is a superpower, and they have a really big platform, or they are a celebrity, for example Sam Thompson, he uses his platform, I think he doesn't even seem to share his struggles. He just says ADHD is a superpower, but he doesn't say in my opinion, in my experiences, you know, he doesn't say that. He makes a real point to keep saying it's a superpower, but actually, like, you don't go to a doctor because, oh, I'm creative, or like, oh, I can hyper focus. You don't go to a doctor to seek a diagnosis because of all these positive things. ADHD comes with so many hardships. Being autistic comes with so many hardships. You don't go to the doctor to tell them all the good things about you. You go to the doctor because you are struggling. And, you know, it just downplays the hardships and the challenges and the difficulties that people genuinely have. You know, there are parents out there fighting to get their kids, you know, the right support in schools. But there's people like Sam Thompson who could be using his platform for so much good. That keeps just saying, oh, it's a superpower, it's a superpower. It downplays how much people genuinely struggle. There needs to be a line in the media where people just stop making such blank statements about being autistic or having ADHD. Like, I think it needs to be disclaimed that not everybody has ADHD and it's their superpower. You know, I just think it needs to be really, really made clear in the media that some people can enhance their strengths, some people have the resources, some people have the money, some people have the support to do that, you know, but other people don't, and every day is literally debilitating and it is disabling. It's very, very hard. The reason it is called a disorder is because it really does make things hard. Every day can be a fight for some people. For example, me, every day is just a battle within my head. It's not a superpower to me. And I don't like it that everybody in the media, that all these celebrities, they try to just glorify and make everything so glamorous when really it's not like that. There needs to be real representation within the media that make other people who don't feel like it's a superpower represented and feel like they are being represented. Not everyone has those resources and those privileges to be able to enhance their superpowers. I just want to make it very, very clear that I'm not here to say that you should not think positively or anything like that. I'm not here to say, I have no right to say that. Like, I really, really don't. I'm just here sharing my experience, and I just personally feel like my experience is never given that platform. It's never given any representation. People just want to glorify it and make it this glamorous thing to have, this cool, trendy, quirky thing to have. And I just want to put my voice out there. I want to represent the people who are really, really struggling every day. Like, I want to be that voice and say that it is not everybody's superpower. And I think it's okay to talk about positives, but don't minimise other people's experience whilst you're doing that. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, don't minimise the negative impacts it has on people's lives by just keep saying like, oh, it's positive, it's a superpower. When you keep doing that, it's just minimising and giving people that like, oh, stop being over dramatic. ADHD is a superpower. Sam Thompson said that. You know, people were saying it's a superpower in the media. So why, what makes you so special? Why do you need help? Why do you need that accommodation? If, you know, Sam Thompson is saying it's a superpower, enhance it, you're creative. Yes. Yes, a lot of people with ADHD are creative and do, you know, can think outside the box, but it comes at a cost. Everyone's experience is valid, and I just want to say, just because I'm talking about it, I don't want it to take away or, you know, make your experience any less valid than it. It's 100% valid. I'm just sharing mine, and I just want to say, you know, you can speak about the positives, share your point of view, but don't minimise it for the other people who don't have the privileges to get the support, to get the therapy, to get the help, to get the medication, to even get a diagnosis. There are some people out there really, really struggling, and I just want people to be more balanced and be like, okay, I really love having ADHD and it's a superpower to me, but I just want to make sure people know that that's not everyone's experience. People also, on the other hand, really, really struggle every single day, and I want to make sure those people are represented too. Like, there needs to be a balance. But there really isn't. The media like to glamify, and content creators like to make these things just trendy, cool and quirky for the views, when actually it just I think downplays the severity of having a neurodivergent condition, really. Yeah, I'm not sure whether being diagnosed late and, you know, going throughout my whole like education, you know, growing up, teens, young adulthood, like stuff like that, not being diagnosed makes a difference. I'm not sure. Let me know down below if you're late diagnosed and you feel different to me, let me know. But I feel like it robbed me of everything that I've ever wanted for myself. My dream career, I can't do it. You know, my anxiety, my rejection sensitivity, you know, my impulsiveness, my hyperactivity, you know, my not understanding social cues, my difficulty communicating and stuff like that. Like that robbed me of the career that I've always wanted for myself. You know, it robbed me of my education because I couldn't understand why I was not achieving. You know, I couldn't sit down 8:30 till 3:30 in a school setting. It overwhelmed me. I never felt stimulated enough. Like, it robbed me of all the things that, you know, friendships, relationships, it's robbed me of that. How could that possibly be a superpower when it's made me feel like I don't really want to be a human anymore? Like, I don't want to be here anymore. How could that possibly be a superpower? Maybe it's just the experience that I've had, but I don't want the media to keep pushing the trendy, quirky thing about ADHD, because it's not a superpower to everybody. It's really not. More voices need to be heard, more stories, more journeys, more just people in general. There needs to be a mixed representation of what it is, because it just seems everybody wants to push that superpower when really it's not like that for everybody. But really it's not all that great to have. And I just wanted to share my thing, I mean, I'm only a very minute person. I have no real influence in the world, but I just want to share my side because I feel like it's important to discuss that and encourage people to talk. So yeah, my comments are an open discussion. Any negativity, as in like arguments or any name calling, anything like that, will be deleted and that person will be blocked from my channel. I'm not here for that. I'm here to encourage honest and very kind-hearted, open, raw chat. I'm not here to be argumentative or conflict. I'm not here to do any of that. No, I don't stand for any of that. So you are in a safe environment down below, and I will delete and block anyone who doesn't adhere to my wishes of keeping things nice, kind-hearted and genuine and open and supportive. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you realise this isn't making other people who believe that their neurodivergence is a superpower. I'm not here to say you're wrong. Like, I'm not. I want to make that very clear. I'm just sharing my opinion. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.